Hey. Hey. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the OZone, live from Koreatown, and the Los Angeles Dodgers are vivir la vida.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're still alive.
The OZone, which is the bro zone. Let's go.
Indeed. Woo-wee. Time for the big show. Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys been feeling about them espresso shots we've been dropping off on you?
Yeah.
One time on your mind.
Raw. Give them a burst of energy.
It's what it is. I tell you the truth. Yesterday in the espresso shot, the funny thing is, I said the Dodgers were going to win. Nobody believed me.
I didn't believe you.
Our buddies at Over at Dirty Sports didn't believe me. For some reason, Joe Prano wants to vote for the lesser candidate. Side note. And you didn't believe me. Nobody wanted to believe me. I could feel it last night. I really could feel it all day. I was like, wow, they're going to beat them. Even when it was 1-0 going into the seventh, I was texting with people, and my boy was like, we're going to lose 1-0. I said, wait,
Which one? Who was it? You didn't want to put him on blast.
No, I don't want to put him on blast. And he had big money in the game.
Oh.
I said, you're going to be all right. Trust me. What happens? Jock. Young Jock, as they call him.
Jock Patterson.
Jock Peterson goes deep. He goes deep on Oppo. Let's just talk about that game. One of the most exciting games I've ever watched, personally.
It was an instant classic.
It was instant classic. Rafael Sadiq, instant vintage.
Yeah, instant awesome.
Wow.
And it went down, man. They pitched backwards. The greatest starter in baseball closed the game.
How about that?
And then you had the middle relievers start it up and finish it down, shut it down, really. Handing it over to Kershaw.
Handing it over to Kershaw. For those who don't know, the Los Angeles Dodgers won the National League Division Series 3-2 in the final game, make or break. Dusty Baker's lost 9 elimination games. I don't know what that says for him.
Yeah, great record, dude.
But he is the 2-time world champion, so you can't say much about him for that. But I mean, the game was just thrilling. It was a tight game like we thought. More runs late than we thought.
Who Dusty Baker's a 2-time world champion?
With the Dodgers as a player.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about coach.
And he won one with the Giants as a coach, I do believe.
No, those Bochy.
All 3 of those were Boch. All 3 of those were Boch.
Boch
is
a Soch.
Wow, my bad. I thought he got one with the Giants. I thought he got that first one with the Giants. My bad.
That was the one where they played against the Angels, right?
Oh, sure was. And Barry Bonds disappeared.
And that pressure got to him, put him in that pressure cooker.
How about them having Barry Bonds retire? Get fired. But we'll cover that in a little bit.
Yeah.
So this game last night, tight game. And I have to say, if you check my Twitter, you'll see I really double questioned several times Dave Roberts and his moves.
I have to give him props because
I have to give him props.
I mean, it worked out for him. I really don't agree with his coaching style. It's not, conventional, which is cool. I think that, I've always felt that you could plug and play pitchers, but I think that he does it a little bit too much. And I think that the National League didn't take that All-Star game serious enough, and they're just going to come back to haunt them if the Dodgers go to play against the American League team, because that DH spot is crucial.
That DH spot is crucial. And
they don't have that kind of thunder in their lineup.
And if either one of those teams end up, one of them is going to end up in the World Series, the Blue Jays or the Indians, that's going to be a serious advantage.
Now, for the Dodgers, if they played against the Indians, it would be a lot better if they didn't play against the Blue Jays, because the Blue Jays have thunder in their lineup. They're Thundercats.
Yeah, boy. Well, but just last night, I can't believe it. Realistically, Jock, I can't get Jock out of my mind. Josh Reddick made a terrible throw on a play that should have really thrown out Daniel Murphy. Right. He made a terrible throw. And you can't help but to think, what if that's Yasiel Puig out there?
Oh no!
But then later on, Josh Reddick actually got the rally started.
Yeah, and not only that, I definitely would take Josh Reddick over Puig at this point.
There you go. Puig was I think the only player who didn't get to play yesterday.
Yeah, and you can understand why, because the pressure is on, and he hasn't shown that he can perform under pressure.
No, he's not.
But there's a lot of small things in big games like that comes back to haunt you, like that third base coach sending.
Oh, DC so fly!
DC in the place to BC, and I got what it takes to rock the right, yeah.
Still watching you say the hell jump. We got the LA All-Star Donovan Carter from Ballers in the house. Oh, don't hurt him.
Yeah, so we were talking about mistakes, and that mistake that the third base coach, he's not coming down the line, he's going up the line, so he couldn't even see when Jason Worth rounded the bag. So when Jason Worth rounded the bag, he had no chance of making it home with that throw that Corey Seager
you
made.
needed to see it. They threw Jason Worth out by about the base path is 90 feet. They threw him out by about 70. and it was late in the game. There was no reason. It was the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah.
There
wasn't any reason to
and
send
they had Urias in trouble at that point.
They sure did.
They would have had the rookie. He's only 20 years old. They got him second and third with 2 outs. Hey, man, the pressure's on him at that point.
Yeah.
And they dropped the ball.
Yeah, I seen. I was watching the game before, and Puig was at bat, and he didn't even swing all the way. And
they cheated. That was a bad call. That was a bad call.
A lot of bad calls in sports nowadays.
It is a lot of bad
He didn't even look at
officiating
the
going
first.
on.
You know, that's what you're supposed to look at the first base.
He look for the third or first base ump. He didn't look.
But my problem is that the umpires and the refs and stuff nowadays, they don't even care about making bad calls. They don't even come out and apologize or anything. Like it's a bad call and live with it.
I like to see them lose a game check or
You
something.
know what? Yeah. There needs to be a fine or something. But there's a lot of ego involved in officiating, in my opinion.
It is.
Because a lot of times you see these dudes and they seem like on the real, they're real happy to be, the center of attention for that period.
Yeah, it's like a little fraternity or something.
It is. It's like the police.
They real
It is.
LAPD.
Yeah.
And it's a pissing contest because they'll go to the replay footage and get it wrong and then still call it wrong. Like, hey, man, I told you I was right.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care what you say. You going to trust me or them lying ass eyes, baby. That's what they're going to say. And it's not right.
It ain't right.
But what was right is the Dodgers figured it out. Ken Lee gave you the closer gave you almost 3 innings. He gave you 2 in the third, and then the GOAT came in
and he shut it down.
And he shut down Daniel Murphy. This means so much on so many levels.
And he wanted it.
He wanted the ball.
He asked for it.
Come on, man. So look here. The Nationals got him for this reason.
Yes,
they got him. They got this second baseman from the Mets who tagged Clayton Kershaw, owns Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah,
he had 2 bombs off him in the playoffs last year.
And he hit him well this playoffs.
And he hit him well this playoffs. And he literally, they got him for this reason, and he just missed his fastball. And I was matter of fact, I was talking with John Jay, with the outfielder for the Padres, and he's like, "Oh, he just missed it." I said, "That good cheese will do that to you. That 95, it'll make you just miss pitches."
Day old 95.
Come on, man. Donovan used to play baseball.
Back in the day.
Yeah. I think everybody used to play baseball back in the day, though.
Man.
Until football and basketball just completely took over. Everybody played baseball, right?
Yeah, it was a little safe. It was a little safer to play baseball first before
It's true.
football.
Right.
And then once they start pitching too fast, it was over for me.
You had enough?
I couldn't even see the ball. I said, I needed something. I was like, this ain't for me anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, it keeps you honest, man.
It'll keep you honest. Well, I'm pumped up. I personally feel like the Dodgers have the advantage to beat the Cubs in this series.
Yeah, because nobody can hit good pitching, but they really seem susceptible to it.
They really seem susceptible to it. Problem is that game 1 is John Lester. John Lester's an above-average lefty, and the Dodgers haven't been able to hit lefties all year.
Yeah, so I'll give them game 1.
I'll give them game 1. Game 2, we coming back with Kershaw. So games 2 and 6, y'all losing. Know that.
And then he's coming in game 7 if you need it.
Obviously, he's also coming in game 7. He might come to your door when you're at the hotel. You never know where he might show up and pitch. Yeah. It's just how he does his.
They just got to hide from that bad food out there in them hotels.
I got a feeling that somebody going to give them
serve you up, right?
They got to stay out the streets. I tell you that much. Man. Yeah. Man.
It's time, though. It's been since 88. I'm like,
yeah.
Man, were you even alive in 88?
I was not alive.
Wow. You was still swimming in them guts. You hadn't even got out yet.
I was somewhere. Somewhere.
You were still in amino acid form. And, man, wow, that's a trip. Well, it was live. I can tell you that. When they won in 88, because they were the underdogs big time. They weren't supposed to, nobody was supposed to beat the A's. And it was exciting. You see the clip all the time.
Come on, man.
Yeah, with the greatest player of all time on the team.
Yeah, and Ricky Henderson. Jose Canseco hit a bomb dead center that bent the camera.
Oh my goodness!
And then you never heard anything else from him.
Yeah.
Puig need to hit a homer.
He needs a little bit of everything.
Puig need to make contact at this point.
I think he's
going to get to play tomorrow though because they got John Lester.
Yeah.
So he'll be in there tomorrow. That kid that they got tolls, he looks just like Freeway Rick's son, but he can ball.
Yeah. You know what, though? You talk about rookies and stuff. What about that kid that they sent in there to face Kershaw on the last at bat?
That kid got the raw deal. This kid,
hey, dude, you been playing 200 years. Come on out.
They brought in a kid that's got 40 at-bats a whole season to face the best pitcher alive
yes.
on the planet for the game. The
For the
game was on the
series.
line.
That's tough.
And that's all because you took out Rendon. Why do you take out Rendon?
Why do you take out Rendon?
Dusty.
Dusty.
Dust off that brain.
Let me tell you something. He was too busy working that toothpick. And his management style was dusty, apparently. Damn, they got it. Unbelievable. Great game. So now how do you see the series breaking down? T's the baseball expert.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Played in the Dodgers organization.
Yeah.
Very, very knowledgeable about the game.
But let me tell you something. The Dodgers really have the advantage against the Cubs. I mean, but I think that it can actually go 6 games if they can get past, with John Lester and whatnot.
If they can sneak out one win,
One win in Chicago, and
one win,
you might be looking at a
4-1.
yeah.
Because the Dodgers are tough at home.
Yeah.
Dodgers
really
are,
tough.
they're really tough at home. And then on the flip side, now this series kind of perplexes me. I know the callers have called in, and Bochy did not feel our Canadian Connect didn't feel what we said because we didn't believe in the Blue Jays. But now the Blue Jays swept the Rangers, who I thought were legit.
Yeah.
And the Indians swept the Red Sox,
Who you thought were legit?
who I've been saying since May we're going to probably win the World Series, face the Giants actually, and lose the World Series.
And that just goes to show you how great of a coach Francona is.
And this is
I mean,
why I
he
think they're
understands
going
the
to
game.
beat the Blue Jays. I think the Indians beat the Blue Jays in 5 or 6. I don't think the Blue Jays stay as hot as they were. I think this week off that they had is going to cool them down. And I also think that they're not going to be. I just don't believe in Marco Estrada. We're going to see what he does tonight. We're going to see, because you know what? Cleveland has that great balance. They don't have any real superstars like that.
Right.
They got a lot of dudes that can just play the game.
Yeah.
Literally.
And that's a big deal. And they also have speed.
Yes.
Speed kills.
Yeah, they was playing good ball. I was surprised. I'm like, dang, Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Doing
Ron
that.
pumped him up.
And swept Big Poppy. He
Swept Poppy.
Why you do that to Poppy?
Hey, man. I don't know. I don't get
That's
it.
your boy.
That's my man.
Yeah.
I mean, Poppy flew me out to Dominican. I appreciate that.
It's another show.
Is that a whole nother?
We ain't gonna talk about that here.
For the charity event. For the charity event.
All
Not
right,
for the
cool.
bachelor party.
Okay.
But yeah, man. I'm very, very surprised, very disappointed. Ultimately, it wasn't Poppy's fault. I would love to see his average because he balled in that series.
Oh man, he balled the whole year. I mean, that's what he had one of
balled
the
his whole career.
best seasons
Oh, yeah,
of his
whole
whole
career.
career. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's
He
ridiculous.
did it right.
He did it
Yeah,
right.
he
You
did
go
do
out
it
like
right.
a champ. Dogs are barking though. He can't.
You can see it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Maybe after let him cool off for
I
a
think
winner.
they're still going to bark.
They gonna do- howling.
Yeah, it's Howlin' Wolf. But I got the Indians. Who do you got in that series?
Ooh, I'm up in the air. I can't really call that.
This is your job. You're a pundit. You have to make it. You have to
You want
make
to
a
make
call.
something up? You want to make something
Make
up?
something up.
I got the umpires.
The Tigers.
I got the umpires. The umpires are going to win it. You know what? I would like to see the Blue Jays go, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot of people would.
Just because
Yeah.
they're the more exciting team.
Yep, yep.
You know, Cleveland, although they should get them one, they
And-
have a bunch of kids. I like that.
And for ratings, man, the Blue Jays bring in the ratings because I tell you what, I think
Drake.
they led the league in they're Drizzy. Their views from the 6th. I think they led the league in attendance or close to it. They had crazy attendance up there.
they're serious about it.
They're serious about the game.
But
As we saw when we got cussed out by one of our callers who was
Yeah.
upset that we
Yeah.
didn't pick the Blue Jays.
That's a 50. That's a tough call.
That's a pick 'em, as
Yeah.
they say in football.
That's a tough call. You can go either way.
Now let's just expand real quick. We can get to DC's expertise, which is football, shortly.
The Rams?
but
I mean, I'm an LA guy, but Redskins is my
Oh,
team.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
Redskins is my team.
we about to get into that.
Okay.
I want to wrap up where we're at on baseball though, because I just want to talk about the Giants and how the Giants got eliminated.
That was one of the worst collapse
ever.
in history.
And then I also
in any
want
sport.
to talk about where do you think the Nationals go from here?
They need to get rid of Dusty Baker starting off.
I mean, they just got him. They just signed him. No, you can't keep changing the coach every year and think that you're going to get it done.
Quit recycling all these old guys, man. You look at it, they brought in Dave Roberts. Dave Roberts is getting it done in an
He sure is.
unconventional fashion. Let him play. I mean, let him coach. Get new guys.
Or let him play.
He might be able to bang.
I mean, when he walks out to the mound, he still looks like he got a mean walk. He looks like he can swipe you a bag.
Yeah, it looks like you want to chunk him sometimes.
Sometimes he looks like he's going to knock his pitcher out.
Come out there aggressive. Hey,
He
man,
does.
toe down.
Right, that's all right.
Swell
Take
up
the
on me.
ball.
But you
Little
know,
dude, too.
Yeah, he is a little dude. Yeah, but you know what? I think that they should actually get rid of Dusty Baker starting off and then bring up some of these younger kids. They have Ronaldo Lopez and a couple other young guys that they can bring out, but Trey Turner's the real deal. I feel like
Michael Taylor is the real deal.
Yeah, and he's a center fielder as well.
He came in there and got carved too. I haven't seen Michael Taylor getting a bat in so long.
Well, this is something that me and you disagreed on because although Trey Turner he has burners or whatnot, angles a lot of times makes up the difference in the outfield for fly balls.
Yes,
and I feel like that a real outfielder could have made that catch on Justin Turner's ball because he wasn't that far off, but he gave up a little bit when he got close to the wall.
He was like 3 yards off. It wasn't close
but
at all.
That's a difference in an angle.
15 feet.
That's the difference in an angle.
I don't buy it. Not with that one. I agree with you. And he takes bad angles. And even in that ball that he made the play on in the first inning, he made a diving catch at the very beginning of the game that he took a bad angle on a ball, but he's got legit speed, not like,
But you can't make it up all the time.
You can't make it up.
On a line drive or something like that JT hit, you can't make it up. But so I think that they should just keep people where they play. Trey Turner was an infielder, and maybe they should find a spot for him.
And what about that Giants collapse? You had a good suggestion on our little preview teaser preview.
Yeah, because you can turn Jeff Samardzija into a closer because he's not really serviceable as a starter.
Yeah, come on in, Jeff.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man. Stop the getting.
Yeah, so I just can't believe it. People are now second-guessing Bruce Bochy. If you go into the ninth inning with a 3-run lead, your relievers got to get you 3 outs without giving up 4 runs.
And not only that, how many people can you switch out? I mean, what is it, 4 relievers he went to?
And all of them play games.
And all of them stunk the joint up.
Everybody was nibbling. Can somebody just take a hunch and Kunchin bar? Let me tell you what I liked last night. Kenley Jansen came in, and there was a big situation with Bryce Harper up, and Kenley Jansen threw cheese.
That's what he's supposed to do. He's not supposed to come out there with a change up.
I throw 95 with some cut. I bring you. If you can do something with it, I'm impressed.
Yeah, hit it.
I don't believe it.
And they couldn't do anything with it.
You can't do nothing. You can't keep throwing balls.
It's real.
You know what else you can't do nothing with?
What?
Losing if you join the 5-4 Club. Ladies and gentlemen, head over to 54club.com. You and me both. I'm a little surprised Donovan doesn't have his on, to be honest. Ernie too. Everybody, come on. We batting 750. We 3 for 4 right now. But we already know that Donovan is a 5-4 Club member, so we ain't even tripping on it.
Yeah.
But 5-4 Club, ladies and gentlemen, look sharp like us. You can casually record your podcast, or you could even go to work in these clothes. That's up to you. But it's a professionally curated wardrobe that you'll receive for just $60 a month. You'll get a box of clothes every month. It's worth more than $150. I mean, really, fellas, you can't lose with this. Look fine for the ladies.
And then he gave me a real buttery jacket last month.
Yeah, it's some nice stuff.
Yeah.
Some nice stuff.
Yeah. Camo black jacket was vicious.
And next thing they'll say is, pimp! Pimple!
You got all the ladies.
54club.com, ladies and gentlemen, especially the gentlemen. Ladies, buy it for your fellas if you want them to look sharp. Use promo code Omar. You're going to get blessed with a discount, and you're going to be in the game. Just like we're now in the game.
The game of what?
The game of football.
It's real.
We got Donovan Carter in the house, football player turned thespian. I mean, realistically, you're giving me the Big Papi in reverse. Your first season is incredible. To come on the scene with ballers is outrageous. I mean, and you're getting blessed and you're doing your work.
Appreciate it.
And I just want to spread love because I'm there every day and I see you grow.
Man.
And it's real and it's admirable.
You can see it growing.
Yeah, you can. Man. You can see your growth season to season. But just to speak on a little bit, man, what you think about the transition, you know, from how long was it? When did you graduate?
I graduated UCLA 2012 and we started the audition process 2013.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw him. Yeah, no doubt.
It's real. Yeah, it's been a blessing, man. God is good. I mean, I definitely didn't know my life was going to come this way, but that's the beautiful thing about life. You never know
don't know
where it's going to lead you.
The same thing happened to me because I was in school. I went to school to play baseball.
Yep.
I stumbled into the theater.
Yep.
And just got blessed. Had some people to take a liking to me and polish my abilities and hook me up with some people they went to college with,
right,
who turned out to be agents. And next thing you know, things exploded. I got in this movie called 8 Mile. Everything changed.
Everything
changed.
Crazy, right?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's been a good time. I mean, it's just blessing, man, working with you and Dwayne and everybody, Troy. People I've been watching, looking up to. So just to have y'all as call y'all friends and brothers now, like it's crazy.
No doubt. I mean, I try to tell people all the time, and they think it's lip service, but you can attest to it. The cast is cool as hell.
Cool.
I mean, Dwayne I can't explain to you how normal and cool Dwayne is.
Man, just I'm surprised. I'm like, man.
I mean, it's the same way.
I'm like, this dude is cool. I'm like, does he get mad? Is he gonna flip out?
Right?
I'm ready for him to flip a table, but he just real
mellow, right?
He real mellow.
Come
chill.
on, man. It's mellow Don Cello. He's you ain't waiting for him to come out the trailer. He knows his lines. It's not like, you know what I mean?
He takes it serious.
And I tell you what else, he ain't having no breakdowns. There's no mental fragility or something like that.
Don't get rattled.
Work. He's not getting rattled. If they change the scene, you know what I mean?
No, I think the WWE had a lot to do with that though too, because
no doubt about it.
That guy, man, out there, he is the man. I mean, the next level. I mean, The Rock.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. So one day when we were shooting, matter of fact, the draft party.
Oh yeah.
I came and I had to shoot the scene with JD.
Yes.
And it was a trip because I came and had to shoot that scene. And he was leaving. So basically, we tagged out. He tagged out. I tagged in.
Right.
When I go to shoot the scene and doing my work, I jump on Twitter real quick to see if there's any news or anything going on.
Right.
My man is #1 trending topic in the world. I was like, what happened? I was so bad for a minute. And then it was because he made an appearance at the arena in Miami on WWE that night.
I would have went.
I was at work. I would have just let me know.
Would you let him body slam you? Could you stop him?
I can't. You can't hold him.
I mean, I was surprised when I met him how lean he is. I mean, he's
the big fella that's lean. This is hard to do, man. People sleep.
Yeah.
It's hard for the big fella to get lean like that.
Yeah, he not eating
no carbs.
Yeah,
popping.
barely.
Ain't no French fries.
Nothing.
When he sees the truffle fries, he passes the Dutchess,
which is hard.
I gotta grab a couple. I'm not gonna lie. Just 2 or 3.
I think that's LA in us, boy. We love some fries out here, boy.
Something fried.
Yeah, man. So the guy, he's lean. He was a lean, mean wrecking machine. You watch him out there wrestling, man. That was like, whew.
Yeah.
The babes going crazy. The kids going crazy.
Dudes passing out. He's like a swole Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
It's like I haven't met so many so many married women in front of their husbands.
Right.
They just like
totally out of pocket.
They just like, if I wasn't with him over here. I'm like, husband just looking like
the husband looking like she gets cool.
Yeah.
She tells me all the time.
Yeah, dude, can we get a picture?
Yeah, I can't.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable. But no, man, I feel really good. I feel good going into season 3. I actually like the finale and how they left it kind of open.
Yeah.
I like where you and London that plays Fat Reggie are, y'all trying to figure out y'all move.
We trying to figure out life.
You trying to figure out life.
Stay on the road.
But that's what's great about the show. Is that everybody's trying to figure out life in the context of being under the microscope of fame and wealth and all that. I mean, you let your boy hold $5 million one time. That's a big check.
That's love right there.
That is love.
That is
man.
love with no receipt. Like, where is the
you
receipt?
checking your receipt?
It's like, I need to write this off.
I need to write that off. I need to write that off.
Yeah. It's been a blessing, man. I mean, the season went good. It's been getting, good feedback. Everybody been loving it. I mean,
people feeling it.
Everywhere I go, somebody, say something, how's the Achilles? I'm like, it's
straight.
fine. It's cool. But
they didn't really pop it for real.
Man, yeah. But it's been cool, man. It's been real cool. And I'm just, I'm ready for season 3, like you said.
We about to fire it up.
Yeah.
But tell me this, though. What about them Raiders?
They actually are playing good ball.
Don't
surprised.
say they playing good ball, man. They're winning, but they're not playing good ball.
They are, but this is a Raider hater.
Man, this dude, man.
It's okay. They
giving up almost 40 points a game.
No, they aren't. But how did they get to 40? Last week when we talked about it, it was 30. Now it's 40. They haven't even played. Stop exaggerating.
They gave up 34, 35 points last game. What did
they gave up 31 points.
You got to look at the positives. They're winning.
That's the thing. They're the number. They're in the first place.
Winning. But it's still the Raiders. You have to
see, there we go.
But that's y'all. You guys are determining future behavior by past behavior, and under Jack Del Rio, it looks like something has changed.
Jack Del Rio is the same Jack Del Rio that was there last year.
In Jacksonville?
No,
in first year, yeah. I mean, he found it takes these coaches a couple years to get it developed, get their system going, get the guys they want in. Because a lot of times they come in with guys they didn't even draft. They just kind of do what they do.
This year he has his players, and not only that, they have defensive players, and their defense is terrible. Their offense is good, and their defense is terrible. And what makes it so bad is that Jack Del Rio is a defensive coach.
Yeah, it's they DBs. Sean Smith, he's questionable. DJ Hayden, I never understood that draft pick, but and it's just they gotta get some better DBs. I mean, Sean Smith kind of playing better. The first game he got torched by Brandon Cooks.
Oh my goodness, sure did.
They had to bench him. He's like I understand. Like I was getting,
I can't be mad at him.
He'd have no answer. B Cooks just went streak,
yeah.
and
it was
just
he
fading on him and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm glad I had him on fantasy.
Not even double moves. Just
ran by him. Just ran by him.
I'm like
you go jam me, Bob?
You go bump him something?
Yeah.
I'm like safety. Like
I need help.
I'm screaming help.
I need help. Or you got to come up lame.
Something.
Yeah, man. Well, I like where the Raiders are. You said of course, because we're 4-1. But you said you're a Redskins fan. How you feel about the Skins this year?
I'm excited. Kirk looking good. He looking better. I think he's still getting it together. I don't know. I'm mad we let Alfred go. I don't know why we let Alfred Morris go.
I don't understand that either. To be honest, he played well last year.
It must have been a salary thing.
It definitely is. They got the rookies cheaper to get him. But I mean, Matt Jones, he's good, but he just got to prove a little more. He doesn't stay healthy. He has to.
For me, I think that what's going on with the Redskins is that they need to commit to something. They need to commit to the run or the pass. You can't just be everything. It's just not possible. Because even with a team like the Patriots, they're committed to the pass. You know that when they come out there, that 75% of their game plan is about passing, whether it's a screen or whatever. But they don't just go and try to pound you with the ball unless you look like you're really susceptible to the pounding.
Yeah, I'm glad the division is actually decent this year. I got the Eagles playing pretty good. Giants, they're all right.
Got your boy Josh Norman.
Yeah, I'm excited about Norman. He's been doing his thing, and hopefully we got to get D-Jack involved more. That's my thing.
Yeah.
He definitely is just not being consistent for me.
Now let me ask you this: how do you feel about them not letting floating Josh Norman? They usually let DBs like of his caliber float, and they're not letting him do that. Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think you should always, the best player should guard the best player on each side. Mm-hmm. But it's something, Richard Sherman kind of does the same thing. He stays on his side. And
I think Richard Sherman floats.
He usually stays on one side. He might float a little bit, but I mean, I feel like, you should, especially first game, you should be guarding AB the whole game.
Yeah.
Because the other corner, he was terrible. Like, I don't even know if he's on the team anymore. He definitely should have, him and Shaw Smith had the worst first games in the league. But, my boy told me, he's like, every week a DB's getting torched. Like,
somebody's getting roasted every week. Somebody's getting exposed.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
Which then completely opens up the run.
Yeah, but hopefully Josh moves around. He's still getting used to the system, getting used to everything. So hopefully they let him do his thing, because we didn't give him all this money for nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He got his cheese.
He definitely got his cheese.
He got his cheese, and you guys
with
need
extra
help.
dip.
He got it. Fromage,
man.
I don't know about that division. The Giants seem very suspect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The truth be told,
Giants aren't real.
Giants aren't real. But what do you guys think about the Cowboys? Are the Cowboys real?
The Cowboys are real because they let those kids play. They got Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. The only problem that I have with Dallas is that they're running that good old boy program where they're going to let Tony Romo come back and take that job. Tony Romo can't come back and take that job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be good until Romo comes, and then it's going to be right back to
garbage time.
Yeah, right back to that. So
I don't think you have to worry about that much, though, because Tony Romo is going to do the Tony Romo, and he's going to get his ribs crushed. His hand is going to break. Yeah. His clavicle is going to break. Well, he's a delicate dude.
Yeah, and what about his life after the sport? Would this guy even be able to walk?
I mean, hopefully it's going to be like an Any Given Sunday situation where the OG just come to the young dude like, you should go in there.
You should get some burn.
And then, my time is over. But that's the thing about football is just, you want to play, I don't know, it's like male ego. Like, you want to play so much, and you don't.
That's all sports.
Yeah, you don't think about, when you old and you can't walk and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, it's just it's really bad on your body.
I mean, because Tony Romo has his clavicle broken twice.
Yes,
that's gotta feel terrible.
He had his back broken. I think he's had a
spinal.
Yeah, come on, man. Those are serious injuries. Those are not like I just got broke a finger or nothing.
Yeah, and it's just thing with these players, they want to
and they're rushing him back.
Take all these pills, which ain't good for you, good for your body. But at the end of the day, you signed up for football.
Tell me this, DC. Do you prefer playing a football player on TV as opposed to your boys who are in the league that you know? You know a lot of people in the league. Just so everybody knows, we still on that Facebook Live, so everybody knows when we shoot, Donovan might have more visitors than everybody because Donovan. No, real talk. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to roast you because Donovan is the closest in age to the proximity of his character, I would say.
Right.
And also, he knows a bunch of dudes in the league, and the dudes in the league show up, and they want to come to Miami and cut loose, and they want to come on. They want to come on.
They want to holler at their boy,
and of course, they want to holler at the LA All-Star. But what do you think about that transition?
Definitely television. Like,
much longer shelf life.
Man, I mean, I love football, but football is tough. Like, training camp is no fun. Like, that is, it's
painful.
You
saw what Ben Roethlisberger just said?
No, but I know that a lot of people get hurt in just training camp.
Roethlisberger just said he feels like their practices are the reason why so many Steelers get hurt. He said training camp, they go hard. And he said it's in his opinion, that's the reason why.
Yeah, it's one of them, I definitely don't miss it. Like, it's just tough. It's just tough mentally, physically. Like, you're tired. Your body's tired. Your mind's tired. But, I mean, that's what kind of, that's what sets the tone for the season. But definitely a lot of people do. That's where they get their bumps and bruises at before the season even starts, which, I don't get. But you gotta get that, because during the season, it shuts down, especially in the league. They in, helmets. They walkthroughs. They're not doing any hitting at all.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. How do you feel about them extending the season? They're talking about adding a couple of games, right?
Oh, and taking the preseason away, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I always enjoy the games. Like, if you can cut down practice and we can get going to the games, and that's, that was my thing. That's what I enjoy. Practice is practice, but you do all the training, because once the season's over, you start, the season's over in February, you start your off-season training in March,
pretty quickly, huh?
All the way to September. So it's just, that's what you do it for, for the games. Just like, acting, you do it to get on set. You do all these classes, all these auditions, but your goal is to get on set and make a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and make moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, I tell people all the time, I think a lot of people don't really appreciate the between sports and, sports and Hollywood.
Yeah.
One, they're both very political.
Competitive.
And they're super competitive.
Yes.
And just like you said, the leaders set the tone. I don't care if we're talking about on a team or whether we're talking about on the set.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about being on Ballers is because, our leader in Dwayne is solid and he understands the team concept.
Yeah, he played on the team. So
yeah.
That's I mean, I see a lot of definitely people, how it's related. It's like set, everybody got the assignment. Everybody's supposed to do what they're supposed to do, just like a team.
Right.
And, that's the thing. When I learned in football, anytime somebody does somebody else's job, that's when you get a long run or you get a busted play.
Yep.
And you're trying to figure out, like, how did this happen? You got somebody doing somebody else's job.
Yeah, you see the broken link, right?
Exactly. So if you just do your job, then you good. It shouldn't be no play. If everybody did what they're supposed to do every play, it shouldn't be no plays being made. It should be 0-0.
Should be locked. But somebody always go brain dead.
Yeah, somebody always go brain dead, get tired.
Yep.
Get lazy.
Complacent. Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, so tell the people real quick. We're on Facebook Live. Where can they find you on social media in case they want to slide in your DM?
Slide in, like my picture, tag me in it. But Facebook, everything. I'm at Donovan W. Carter. Twitter, DC SoFly90.
That's why you think I call him DC SoFly.
Hey.
Yeah, man. No, I don't know. I think, me personally, the football season, one thing that I'm finding that very interesting this year that I did never expect to hear, especially this quickly, is they're talking about how ratings are down in football.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, but I heard somebody associate that with Kaepernick, and I don't believe that.
No, I don't believe that whatsoever. That's not. That ain't it.
They're just trying to do.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with it. It might be because Ballers went later into the season. We got some eyes on us to be on the low.
That's true.
I think it might be the election and everything else.
Yeah, that's
it's the election. Like, for example, I'm sure that Thursday night football game took a hit because that baseball game was like riveting. Yeah. That was must see TV.
It was hot as fish grease.
It was. And now what about let's talk about Tommy Terrific. Tommy came back and did exactly what you said what you thought he was gonna do.
Light the league up. 4 touchdowns, 406 yards. How you like that?
He got to make him pay.
Got to make the league pay.
He's the greatest. I mean, I
have to say it too, and it's hard for me to say because I grew up watching Joe Montana.
Yeah, I didn't get to see those guys.
And Marino and all those guys. Yeah.
Forget about it.
I mean, I'm a Brett Favre is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of John Elway to them, but just the way he came. He threw one ball the other day, just a bomb to, I think, not Edelman, but I forgot one of them.
Yeah, Chris Hogan.
Yeah, Chris Hogan. I'm like, that's just how that should be on everybody's poster of how to throw a ball, because it's
perfect.
It's perfect. He's incredible,
and it's all the time. This is the part about it. He's consistently above everybody else's level. It's unbelievable to watch. It really is unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, but what's unbelievable is that in football terms, he's old, real old.
Yeah. He's
getting it done. He looks great.
And physically, he's not banged up like last year Peyton Manning looked old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He looked like you were watching the game. I was watching the game, especially in the Super Bowl. Like, man, I hope he doesn't get hurt. Like, really get hurt. Like,
you know, old man getting roughed up.
Yeah.
You don't feel like that about Tom Brady or Ben Big Ben, no, either.
Yeah,
and let me tell you, on the low, if it wasn't for Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger might be considered the greatest quarterback of all time. Yeah. Because Ben Roethlisberger, he gets you to the big dance, he wins the big games, and if it wasn't for Tom Brady, he'd probably have him 5 rings or so.
Really? Yeah, he have something, but
man, he's got 2. He's got 2, right? Or
he's
got 3.
He's got 2.
He's got 2. Could have had 3. I thought I went to that one in Dallas. I thought they could have beat the Packers that year, to be honest. And you know what happened too? Because matter of fact, they were on the 50-yard line at the end of the first half, and Charles Woodson got hurt on a play.
Oh yeah.
And in the next play, Roethlisberger didn't see how hurt he was, and I think it was AB was wide open over the top in the zone, and Ben didn't see him, and he didn't know how hurt he was.
I think it was.
I think it was your man.
One of the best catches.
Antonio.
Yeah. No. Brown. It's
not Mike Wallace. It was your man. He made that crazy catch.
He's on HLN now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. That's terrible work on our behalf.
It is.
You know what we're talking about? He drug his feet and Ben hit him. The ball was out of bounds that he caught, and he drug his feet and fell down.
One of the best catches in
not Ty.
Randall L? No, not.
Yeah.
No, it's not Randall L. It's not.
We need some help. Anyways, and then you got that thing I thought that was pretty interesting. The NFL, you found that thing on Yardbarker. The NFL let all day AB wear Arnold Palmer cleats, but not Muhammad Ali cleats.
That's so disrespectful. Muhammad Ali's a humanitarian.
What do you think about that?
I just don't get what the league's trying to do with the fines. Norman got hit with the bow and arrow, and B. Cooks does that every time. It just be consistent. If you
be consistent.
If you're gonna do something, be consistent. But I just making it look. These guys work so hard all year. Let them have fun. Let them do what they do.
I don't understand the point. Why do we have to act like the game isn't fun? I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Why is Antonio not supposed to celebrate when he's killing every DB out there?
Yeah, it's just like this. I mean, it's a professional game, but this isn't. They're not in suits. They're not in ties,
and they're not robots.
Yeah, these is grown men hitting each other for a living.
Yeah,
and let them do what they do. If it's something that's ridiculous, then I understand.
I understand too. I think there needs to be some sort of a curve, but to even just to, I'm telling you, dude, the spike was awesome. The spike was like, yeah, and now for some reason the spike is disrespectful. You don't want me to spike the ball? Don't let me score.
Yeah. Can't even dunk. They don't let them dunk no more.
Come on, man.
The goal, just fix the goalpost.
It's not gonna come down.
That goalpost Shaq ain't up there dunking the ball.
Yeah, it's just
Antonio Brown ain't pulling no goalpost down.
Yeah,
ever. It's a trip.
But with this thing with the cleats, it doesn't seem like them not letting them have fun. It seems like you talk about Arnold Palmer and Muhammad Ali. These are both, sports icons.
Great athletes.
Yeah, great athletes.
Great athletes.
And not to knock either one of them, but Muhammad Ali is a humanitarian. And I don't understand how you can put Arnold Palmer on your cleats and then the next week I can't put Muhammad Ali.
I don't understand that. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Because Muhammad Ali stood for everything that was great. I've never heard of Arnold Palmer standing up for anything besides
lemonade and iced tea.
Rest in peace, Arnold Palmer. I don't know what Arnold Palmer stood for. Maybe
Rest in peace. The greatest drink ever.
I wish I had one right now.
I did, but you know what I do have?
What?
Is a nice, refreshing Gorilla Life.
And I'm thirsty.
I see. It looks good, doesn't it? You know what Gorilla Life says? It says drink life. This is life in a bottle. It's a chlorophyll-based drink.
Life.
Keep your skin right. That's why I don't wear makeup on set. This stuff is legit. Keep your guts right. This is solid gold. Go over to GorillaLife.com, pick you up a case, find out where your local distributor is, and get some good health in your life so you don't end up like Tony Romo.
Man.
You
need it.
Man, what about them? What about Cam, man? What are they going to do with Cam? I mean, are they going to finally punish somebody for helmet to helmet? I really don't appreciate what they're doing, the way that the league has made it okay to be open season on Cam.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so dominant for these players. They're like, we got to do something to get him out the game because he's just that dominant of a player.
But the league seems to be cool with that something being dirty.
Yeah. Like I
Which
said,
is a surprise to me.
You just be consistent. That's all I say.
Right. If it's Aaron Rodgers, then it's fine for this, it's fine to that.
Yeah. But, I mean, I like the fact that now the league, they're doing the protocol. They're making these players sit out because, with him, Cam, Cam would have been fine. Okay. Cam would have
jumped that in. I'm sorry. That is that Dub C had to creep in.
Oh, yeah. It's Friday.
Uh-huh.
But I think Cam he gotta learn how to stop taking so many hits. Don't be like my man RG3 out here.
Yeah, but he's a big boy.
Way
bigger than RG3 though.
He's a big.
But
boy.
you know what though? They said that they're having his friends talk to him too about changing his style of play because nobody has longevity in the NFL and then especially taking hits like he's hitting. But one of the things that he does do is that he initiates the hits a lot of times.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he just gotta
because most of the hits on him are dirty.
Yeah, I mean, every player you change their game a little bit. Even with everybody, you do what you do when you first start, and you gotta adjust to it so you can have some longevity.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make some adjustments because obviously the league isn't interested in protecting you
at all.
And he made some adjustments really to take his game to the next level after he got in that car accident. It seemed like and that was a big deal. That was a really big deal.
Absolutely.
Man. So Tom Brady's going to do what Tom Brady does. This is going to be interesting to see how this season plays out.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about this Vikings situation? Because the Vikings are out there clamping people.
Man, shout out to the Vikings, man. I got like 5 of my Bruin boys on there.
Really?
Putting in work over there.
They put in work.
Man.
I didn't even think. I thought with Teddy they would be here. But with,
yes.
But with Sam Bradford, I mean, their defense is playing lights out. Defense always wins championships. So
they're playing lights out.
Yeah, they just got to stay healthy. I like their team. Adrian Peterson, he probably looking like, man,
I thought they needed me.
We are doing something out here.
They're making noise.
Sam Bradford's looking good.
He looked like he looked like he was at Oklahoma. Like, this is what we all been waiting for. So we'll see.
But that's what it seems like. That's what he need. A lot of times, just like we're talking about, you got to let the young guys play, and they need a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes guys need a shot, and they get rushed because they get a shot a little too early.
Yep.
And other guys are ready to go right now.
Yeah.
We're watching it in the baseball season, watching it unfurl right now.
Well, you know what though, too, you got to call it what it is too. Chip Kelly's systems don't work. He's in San Francisco doing the same thing.
He need to be back in Oregon.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, he's a college coach.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's a college coach.
I think too. Sometimes you get I think with Sam, he finally got a system where they let him do what he wants to do. You get in somebody's system and they just put the locks on you. Like, you don't feel free. I can't. I feel robotic. I can't do what I want to do.
See, and then once again, there's another parallel between the arts and the sports.
Yes.
Because you need that freedom to make the material yours when you're an artist.
Yeah.
To stick with the material, but also to make it yours, to personalize it.
Exactly.
In the same way when you're an athlete. Yeah. I need to be able to take my at-bat the way I want to take my at-bat.
Yep.
I need to be able to play my D the way I'm supposed to play my D, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. But speaking of which, what's happening with their Bruins football, though? Why I have to bring that up?
Yeah, man.
What's happening?
Man, we're gonna get it together. I don't know. It's just
I see you out there on the gram. I see you working with the kids out there. You go out there and say what's up to them, and I know that's inspirational for them because you're them.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean.
Them. Yeah, I mean it just breaks my heart, man. I love my school. I'm a diehard Bruin, but we should be undefeated. But just as a program, just as a program as a whole, we just haven't got to next level for some reason.
Now, do you think it's players? Do you think it's the coaching? What do you think it is? I'm not trying to make you put nobody on the spot.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think it's.
Do you think it's Steve in the locker room?
I think it's a little bit of both. Because when I was there, it just was tough. Because I was there with Coach Rick Neuheisel, and he's a great coach, great man. Gave me opportunity to play at the next level, but it was just tough because every year we had a different coordinator. I had a different coordinator, different position coach.
And so you have a different system basically every time.
It's just tough to get in that rhythm. And, like you said, it's politics in this game.
Yep.
1 year, coach like you, 1 year doesn't, 1 year he does, because they don't recruit you. But
they got their own dudes.
Yeah, and it's been the same thing, since I left. Like, we just keep switching out. And then, I don't know, we get one big player, but we never get, I know Hines. I was going to say that, but I didn't know if he was done. We get
Dancing with the Stars too.
We never get like we never get the big recruits. That's the thing.
Yeah, if something's happened where UCLA stopped being a destination for football, which is interesting because it's a great place to play. Obviously, it's a great place to live. You ever visited the UCLA campus?
Wow,
are you crazy? Well, why wouldn't I want to be there?
Right?
Yeah, we on the rise though. We building these facilities. Hopefully that'll get some more people coming. We got Under Armour. They signed a big deal with us.
You dropped $2-3 million on the facility.
I mean, I didn't do my part. I put a little bit. I definitely donated back, but
that's what's up.
You know,
donate with time.
Yeah,
I was about to say, well, you're donating by going out there. To be honest, don't
both.
discount that.
Yeah,
because
more
kids
important than anything.
I'm telling you, it's motivational. Man, when I was in college, the professor that really put me on, this cat named Buddy Butler, he brought Isaac from the Love Boat in. And he just brought us in to talk to us. And I was like, whoa. Yeah. And I didn't even like the Love Boat, but I knew who he was.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big deal, especially when you're young and you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
Trying to work things out.
Work things out. You know, I like to say I was in your seat. I know how it is. You can do it. You can do it out here.
It's big.
Yeah, but hopefully we get it together. I just right now I don't think I look at the games. I'm like, don't look like anybody want to get money. Like, I mean, our quarterback, he's the real deal. First round pick. You know, number 1 pick. But everybody else, I'm like, we look like we just got a bunch of 5th through 7th rounders. I don't see anybody that wants to get money
that recognizes how performance creates that opportunity for your future.
Yeah, it's like you can take this and you can change your life.
Come on,
help
man.
It's got to be personal.
Yeah, it does. So
it's got to be personal.
We halfway during the season, so we'll see. I'm definitely rooting, but you know it's been stressful.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna grill you on it. You look like you might drop a tear.
Man, you know, we gotta get it. The basketball program hurting over there. We gonna get it going. We gonna fix it over there. We gonna fix it eventually. I don't know when, but one of these before I die,
you gonna fix it.
We gonna get it right.
Well, I want to move on to somebody who's not getting it right.
And who is that?
Which is this tennis player from down under. This kid Nick Kyrgios.
That was terrible.
I can't be more disappointed in him. For anybody who didn't see what happened, you see what happened?
I didn't.
He's playing in the Shanghai Open, right? He's playing over in China.
Yeah.
And man, this cat, dude, he's young. He's a young dude. He's a young stud. He's one of the best talents in the game. He's only 21 years old, but he's been on the tour for 3 years. Mm-hmm. For some reason, he just decided to quit in the middle of a match because he didn't appreciate the officiating or whatever, or he was just cowarded out and just felt overmatched. And he did, and he's hitting the ball underhand.
Yeah, and the way he quit, he didn't just walk off. He would have done better.
He would have done better just to walk off and be like, "Nah, this ain't for me."
But he made a joke of the league.
He's hitting the ball underhand to his opponent on the serve, and then walking off before the opponent even hits the ball back. He's literally pouting, yelling at the ref. One of the dudes in the stand said something to him, and the guy in the stand said something to him, and he said, "Hey, what's your problem, man? If you know so much, why aren't you on the tour? You come out here and play if you're so good." It was just unbelievable. And so not only was that wasn't the part that really even like made me go crazy. This is the part that really took me to the next level. Let's listen up here.
Yeah, I mean, it was just tough. Obviously, I played a lot of matches in a row. Physically tired, mentally tired, and I guess that's what I'm trying to work on, being able to be consistent every week, and I guess that's what's holding me back. I just took the easy way out tonight, and obviously didn't show up at all.
Do you not think that they, having paid money to come in and watch you, deserve perhaps a little better?
I don't know them anything. I'm what? What does that even mean? I'm good because I'm good at hitting a tennis ball at the net. Like, big deal. Like, I don't owe them anything. Like, it's my choice.
Unbelievable.
If you don't like it, I don't ask you to come watch. Just leave. If you're so good at giving advice and so good at tennis, why aren't you as good as me? Why aren't you on the tour? Well, it's your choice. You want to buy a ticket, come watch me. You know what? I'm unpredictable. It's your choice. I don't know you anything. Doesn't affect how I sleep at night.
Do you care at all about your opponent? I mean, you didn't show him respect in that match.
Yeah, I showed him plenty of respect. Mate, we're great mates off the field. Like, you have no idea what I deal with, or I'm good friends with him. Nearly best friends with his brother.
Somebody needs to sock him dead in his nose.
And
because
he's talking about he's your friend. I mean, yeah, he was my friend. I don't want any friends like that.
No, man, just the whole situation. This is just a part of this. This is another segment of you tricked, because he tricked here, and he tricked with a lot of people who love competition.
Yeah.
I'm somebody who loves competition in whatever we're doing. And you know what? This guy disrespected the game so much. You just can't disrespect the game. I don't care what sport you're talking about. I don't care if we're talking about talking to our boys, to women, to the game of baseball, to the game of sport, to
Checkers.
whatever it is. Checkers, chess. Don't disrespect the game, punk. You're 21 years old. The world is your oyster. This guy has everything in front of him. He travels the world playing tennis. You're not doing anything great for society that allows you to look down on people who actually go to work and then come to pay for your exorbitant salary. Then they only fined him 16 and a half racks. He made 35 racks for making it into the second round. And then he's going to sit there and talk crazy like that? You're a loser, dude. That's just all it is to it. You are a stone cold loser. You're everything that's wrong with sports. All of the old people who talk about how kids are entitled and the millennials and blah, 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 blah. You just justified all that. That's all that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the equivalency of personifying a stereotype like Asians can't drive, or black people going to eat like watermelon and fried chicken in public, and all this kind of this, that, and the other. This kind of stuff, man, there's no space in the game for that. And for him to just completely disregard the people who actually pay his salary, I'm never supporting. I got a picture of this kid on my Instagram, matter of fact, that I need to delete, because I went and watched him play. I went and watched him play at Indian Wells down in Palm Springs, where he got ran because he had a mental breakdown.
I'd say that you kick him out the league. I'd say that you suspend him forever, for 5 years, and let him go get him a 9-to-5.
Go get a 9-to-5. You see what time it is.
Yeah,
and then he'll be begging to get back in the league. You're like, man, I had it good.
I'm like, I don't think the tennis isn't his sport. He just playing just because he don't know what he want to do. He just
right. He just going to get some chicks, and he's just good at it.
That's it.
And I mean, it's just so disrespectful to see somebody to
I would want to be in his place. Like they would give
millions of people
looking for an opportunity.
Yeah.
And he's disrespecting him.
They get a pinky. Like
literally. You got people who literally give organs to be in that spot.
Yeah.
And he just smokes it off like it's nothing. That's just, I mean, this thing really rubbed me the wrong way. Not just because I'm a tennis fan, but just as a fan of sport. I mean, I hobble around now based on the fact that I gave a lot, and everybody that knows me knows that when you played with me, you was gonna get all that I had. Yeah. And my knees are busted up and so on and so forth because of that. Yeah. But you ain't never just seen me roll over. This is unbelievable. I've never seen this kind of thing. And John McEnroe was going nuts on the Frenchman Gael Monfils, who has a tendency to just go brain dead. But I would love to hear what Johnny Mac has to say about this, because this is like, I'm with you. They got to do something. I don't know about 5 years, but they got to do something. Maybe it is 5 years.
He's a young kid, and if he doesn't respect it, don't let him have it. Yeah, I mean, you have to treat him like a kid. He's acting like a kid. Treat him like a kid. He needs to be put on punishment.
I would prefer somebody to just go knock him out.
Yeah, he a young dude. I mean, that's the thing about tennis is that, we come from team
sports. It's true.
It's like you got somebody like that,
the team will handle it.
We're gonna have to talk in the locker room.
We're gonna have to talk in private. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
It's an individual sport. So now he's at the point he's not gonna listen to nobody. No. He is just lost.
He's feeling himself in the wilderness, feeling himself.
It's gonna take
rock bottom.
Yeah, hopefully he meet a little kid or something
that looked up to him.
Yeah, look up to him and let him know how grateful and how blessed he is. But people just bad losers. So I know you're looking back. I hope he embarrassed, but he probably
he's playing it off like he's cool.
Yeah,
he's embarrassed.
Yeah. I don't think he is. That's my problem with him.
That's some people got they ways of hiding stuff. They got different little personalities, how they want to hide their emotions, but that's not the way to do it. You might as well not. You should have just been like, I don't want to, no comment. I'd rather you just been like, I don't want to answer.
Well, if you watched the way that he was playing and tapping the ball,
that's why I wish I could have saw that.
Oh my goodness,
that would have made me go. I would have made me go nuts. Like
that would have made me go nuts,
especially if I had to travel. Like you said, people traveling miles, hours to come on, see
man.
You.
I'm at 5 a.m. I'm boarding a flight to go watch the Dodgers play the Cubs in Chicago.
Exactly.
If I get out there and Kenta Maeda starts throwing lollipops to the Cubs.
Or they start playing with a softball or something.
No, see, that's the difference. They're not going to play with a softball. They're going to play with the rules that they have, but they're just not going to play to their athletic abilities. And that's not fair on any level. You know what I mean? If there's ever a poster for not gambling on sports, that's why. Because you never know when a loser is going to decide to throw a game for no good reason.
Yeah.
That's I can't even, I'm sure you guys can hear my voice. It just really rubs me the wrong way.
It's not it's not even good for the sport.
It's terrible for the sport.
It's not even good for tennis. It's not a good look. So.
It's a bad look for him. It's a bad look for tennis. Like
Australia,
it's a bad, right? You're making the country look bad.
Bad.
You come on, man. They might revoke his visa.
Something on that hot desert.
Get it.
Definitely.
Let's walk back.
Hard for him to get a drink when he get home. For sure.
Without somebody spitting it up.
Come on, man. Put some Vegemite in it. Come on, man. Anyways, on the other dark news, one of the greatest boxers that doesn't get credit for it passed away this past week, and that's Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor was a monster. Go and speak on Aaron Pryor, T. I know you got a lot of love for him.
Oh, man, he was a stud back in the day. If you watch him and Alexis Arguello's fights, man, they're some of the best fights in history.
15 rounders.
Yeah, and what did he do? 39-1. He could never get the big fight, though, and he's one of those guys that everybody ran from, because he's going to cause you a problem. A la Winky Wright, the guy that nobody wants to fight because you're probably going to take an L and you're going to get beat as well. He's going to
beat you up. Yeah.
I miss them boxing days.
You don't see it anymore. We were just talking about that earlier because,
straight rumble from the first round.
Yeah, come on, man. From the word go, it's on.
I'm scared for them. Like, who? Is somebody going to die? Like,
come on, man. That's how that Triple G Kell Brook fight was, though. They getting in there and chunked him. Wasn't nobody running. Yeah. I'm happy that this era of running looks like it's come to pass because Floyd Mayweather retired. and I'm all for him getting his cheese. He bred it up. He could buy the building. Ain't nobody mad at that. But at the same time, if I'm the same time, if I'm spending my money, I come to watch people fight.
Fights.
Because I paid a ticket to watch a fight.
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view is $100, man.
It's ridiculous.
Come on. And this is why UFC is taking over.
And then he says he put on a clinic, though, and, so I'm like you. I'm glad to see that era is over. I want to see guys in there with technique and skill. I don't think that running is a technique or a skill. What you get is when you usually find a guy who can run, they usually try to pair him with a guy who can cut the ring off. But nowadays, everybody just, everybody's out to get paid. So
and everybody's in their own stable. Yeah. I mean, you got this fight now. Danny Garcia decided to fight some dude that's like not even top 20. And the WBC won't even sanction it. Just to get paid or whatever it is that he's doing. I don't know. But because he doesn't want to fight Earl Spence, because this kid Earl Spence is legit.
Earl Spence is real.
Earl Spence is real.
No, I haven't. I don't think so. I've probably seen him fight.
Man. Let me see if I can pull up some of his footage.
It's nice, man.
Okay.
I mean, he's the next thing up and coming.
Yeah, Earl Spence Jr. is a real dude.
I'm hoping they come back because I'm ready. I've never been in a boxing match, so I'm ready to go to one of them these days.
Oh man.
We saw me and Troy. We saw Bernard Hopkins in Philly.
Is that right?
Still,
he used to. He works out down at the Fifth Street Gym. Shout out to Dino in Miami, where me and Troy was working out down there.
He still look like he can do. He still like
man,
he got it.
Let me tell you something. You run into that
like
to a 50? Civilian?
Yeah.
Are you crazy? You run into that dude? He'll give you so much work.
It'll be a bad day.
It'll be a bad day. This is kids' highlights right here. This Earl Spence.
What happened to I seen Adrian Brunner,
Yeah, they said there's some rumors that he was suicidal, yada yada.
Yeah, then his fiance came out and said that he's okay.
Yeah, and Ellie spoke with him and said that he's all right. But the kid we spoke about it a few times. He looks like he's crying out for help. He's doing well financially. It doesn't seem like he's doing well mentally or spiritually. Perhaps I wish him the best. I hope he gets it together because he's a bright young talent.
Yeah,
he's a guy who can really fight. In that sense, little man boxing is popular now.
Right.
That's a good thing. Another person I hope gets it together is Tyson Fury. I mean, you got all the belts. You win you're the heavyweight champion of the world. That means you're the baddest man walking.
I had all the belts.
And then you test positive for cocaine? You need some Yola?
Hell of a drug.
He was on that stuff.
He was on that stuff. That white
John
girl.
Bone Jones. I don't get it with some of these guys.
Yeah.
Like it's just
you
got
party? They want to party.
You want to party?
No,
I don't. I don't want to party.
I don't want to party like that.
Yeah.
Do we have another way of partying?
What weight class is this guy in?
147. This kid Earl Spence, he's in that.
Look tall.
He's a problem.
He's got thunder in both hands.
He's got thunder in both hands. There's a lot of great fights to be made over the next year. Him, Terrence Crawford. If Kell Brook can get his eye socket back together after Triple G crushed it up.
Yeah, this Earl Spence kid's going to have a hard time getting fights.
He is going to have a hard time getting fights. And I think that's why Danny Garcia, because he called out Danny Garcia during his after he knocked that dude out, his last opponent out, he called Danny Garcia out in the ring, who's undefeated, and Danny Garcia decided to go fight a number 25 guy for some reason. I don't know what that's all about.
And they shouldn't sanction something like that.
They shouldn't. You can't. Come on.
And
we know.
Hopefully
We know.
you'll get some work
Mauricio,
and then teach him a
you can't
lesson.
do that.
Yeah, right. Every now and then you go down there and you think you picking a tomato, and some of those guys down there are hungry.
And all of a sudden it's, let's go, champ. And Shannon Briggs is down there waiting for you.
Lay them tips on you.
Someone called 911.
Wyclef Sean is waiting on you. Yeah, man.
This guy good.
Nah, man. Hey, this boy got talent. This boy good.
That boy good.
Earl Spence he's the genuine article. No joking around.
All right, I'm gonna look out for him.
He can
Sure.
he could be the next thing.
Yeah, they're trying to get him to fight against Kell Brook, right? But they won't even give Kell Brook a chance to heal.
I really feel bad about this situation.
Right?
Come on,
it's
man.
not right. Let the guy's eye socket. Dude's got his eye socket broken. It's like he was blind in there.
Yeah, I need a year.
Give me a year. I need a solid year
At least.
to get the vision, to just let the bone heal and everything else.
Yeah.
I took one for boxing, actually. You know what I'm saying? He took one for boxing. He moved up in weight. He went to go fight this dude.
Yeah.
That's like the man gets destroyed. And now you're telling me that, hey, you need to go into negotiations and fight this other kid. He's up and coming.
I don't know.
You fight him.
Yeah, you get
You get out there and fight.
You get up some. Give him the Kyrgios. You so good. Why ain't you on the tour?
Right.
Why you?
Another thing that I like though,
man.
that you found that I did like is that they're suspending 36 boxing officials and referees and judges because of their performance during the 2016 Olympics, and the judging during the Olympics was insane.
Horrible.
It was terrible work.
About time.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever remember them calling the boxing officials out. Everybody out, in society call them out. They're like, oh, man, you saw that. That was a ripoff.
Yeah.
But this time, what is it? The AIBA? They're calling their own people out. Say, hey, man.
Which
you
is
guys,
great.
Yeah, you guys were terrible. And you guys are going to be punished for it.
Yeah.
You throw a ticker tape parade for bad work?
Some of these other sports.
I wish they would. I mean, because nowadays you look at Ed Hercules, he ripped up. I don't want none, but most of those refs and stuff are old.
Yeah.
They can't keep up with these young cats running 4.2s and 4.4s.
Can't keep up
At all.
Man, get some young refs out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And like a Trader Joe West out there calling games. Joe West don't care about the game like that no more. Joe West did his thing.
He did his thing. You got it. The youth movement is real.
Yeah.
The youth movement is real. Well, DC SoFly, I want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Man.
Appreciate it.
It was great.
Come on, y'all can
appreciate
find
it.
Donovan at DC SoFly 90 on the gram. You can find him at Donovan W. Carter everywhere else.
Yep.
You can find him in any of the fly places to be because that's DC.
Man,
That's
come
DC.
say hello. I'll tell you I like to take pics real quick.
See that?
That's it.
See that?
I appreciate y'all. I had a good time. Love the show.
No doubt.
And yeah,
Thank you for the support.
all day.
No doubt. Well, this is about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap up another fine edition of the OZone. You're going to be seeing a lot of us nowadays. Look for us midweek because we're going to be dropping those espresso shots on you. Quick 10-minute hits for whatever it is that's going on in the sports world in between our big show. And if you want to call in, if you feel some kind of way about what we got to say, or if you like one of the topics, you wonder why we don't address another topic, call into the line. Area code 424-254-9663. That's 424-254-ZONE. And get in the zone. We ain't even playing man. We playing zone on you. So
We
get
telling
in
y'all.
and get some. I'm gonna leave y'all with some ancient wisdom from the Orient. And it is that a straight foot is never afraid of a crooked shoe. Chew on that for a while, folks. This is the OZone. Thanks for rocking with us.
Ozone.